A security guard was injured during a night patrol after encountering something he could not explain. At around 11 p.m., while checking the area before the shift change, he was suddenly thrown violently into a wall, leaving him dazed and badly hurt. What makes the incident even more chilling is that there was no one else around and no visible force that could have caused it. It happened so fast that he had no time to react. The aftermath was severe. The guard had to be rushed to the hospital, where doctors found that he had suffered a broken rib, a dislocated arm, and a deep cut on his knee. When he finally regained consciousness, he was horrified and became convinced that he had been struck by some unseen force lurking in the darkness. While sitting in a hospital hallway waiting for her test results, this woman accidentally came face to face with a presence she believed did not belong to this world. What she saw looked like a long-haired woman in a white dress, her face deathly pale, silently peeking out from behind the medical equipment lined along the corridor. The instant she realized something was wrong, she pulled out her phone and began recording. But when she moved closer to where the figure had been standing, no one was there. The apparition had vanished completely, as if it had never existed at all. To this day, no one knows exactly what she saw, but according to her, if a hospital truly is home to unexplained sightings like this, then maybe it is not so hard to believe, because places like that have witnessed far too many deaths. This man had just moved into a new rental apartment, unaware that he might not be the only presence living inside it. That evening, while he was cooking, a dark figure suddenly swept past the bathroom doorway. It moved so fast that its form could not be made out. He noticed nothing at the time, but the security camera captured the entire moment. Later that night, when he woke up to get some water, the atmosphere began to feel wrong. A kitchen cabinet door slowly creaked open on its own. At first, he brushed it off as a coincidence, but seconds later, a pot sitting on the counter was suddenly knocked to the floor, leaving him startled and shaken. immediately turned on the lights to check the apartment. That was when he noticed that a doll hanging on the wall had somehow turned to face the wall, even though he himself had hung it there, facing outward. When his wife tried to turn the doll back to its original position, it did not stay that way for long. A short time later, it had turned back toward the wall again, as if some unseen presence was forcing it to look away. After reviewing the security footage, he became convinced that a mysterious entity was truly dwelling inside the apartment. Only a few days later, the man decided to move out. During a trip, a couple accidentally captured something deeply unsettling on camera. While taking photos of the woman, the man suddenly noticed a faint figure appearing just behind her. It looked like the blurred shape of a little girl gliding past. The moment he saw it, he immediately pointed toward the shadow. But when the woman turned around to look, she insisted that she had been completely alone inside the house and that there was no one else there.
This place is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
What the Somebody in there with you?
No.
The fuck?
The man was left, visibly disturbed, unable to explain whatever it was that had just been caught in the frame. This man was driving when he suddenly noticed, in the rearview mirror, a face staring back from the back seat. What is strange is that he did not panic right away. Within seconds, he realized it was the face of a singer he had admired for many years. But there was one terrifying detail that made the moment impossible to explain. That singer had already died. He said that at the exact time it happened, one of the late singer's songs was playing inside the car. And in that moment, he became convinced that whatever was sitting behind him was more than a trick of reflection. To him, it felt like a presence, quietly answering the music he had just turned on. After that night, he began playing the singer's music everywhere he went, holding on to the chilling hope that one day he might see him again. Man inherited a collection of belongings from his grandmother, including a painting titled The Anguished Man. His grandmother had warned him again and again that the painting was deeply unsettling and wanted it thrown away. But he did not believe her. It was only after living with it that he began to realize the things she said were actually happening. He set up a camera to record continuously for 8 hours, hoping to capture whatever was unfolding around the painting at night. At 2:30 a.m. on February 14th, 2011, a strange sound broke the silence, as if someone had tapped on the surface of a table. Just 1 hour and 30 minutes later, the door in the room where the painting was kept slowly shut on its own. No figure appeared, no movement could be seen, as though some unseen force had acted right in front of the lens. In the days that followed, the painting kept ending up knocked over during the night, and every morning he had to put it back in place. What truly began to terrify him was that only a few days later, at 3:30 a.m., pale white wisps started to appear around the painting, as if an icy breath were seeping out from it. And it did not stop there. At 4:15 a.m. on March 25th, the camera captured something even harder to explain. A small entity, almost transparent, moved with unnatural speed around the painting. then suddenly slipped behind it and vanished, as if that was where it hid. On May 13th, determined to gather more evidence, he used a specialized EVP device and recorded warped, distorted sounds around the painting. Sounds unlike anything familiar. Just 2 days later, at 3 a.m., the camera caught another shadowy form gliding past. Even when slowed down, it was still moving unnervingly fast. White in color, nearly transparent, shapeless, and seemingly larger than the entity seen before disappearing as though it had never been there at all. What makes it even more disturbing is that his grandmother once told him this painting had been created using the artist's own blood. Painting with blood is often believed to carry deep spiritual meaning, symbolizing a bond of the soul or some kind of sacred pact. In many beliefs, it is also associated with rituals, curses, or attempts to form a connection with the spirit world. From the videos, the audio recordings, and the painting's origin itself, he became convinced that it was holding some kind of spiritual force within it. And you? If you were the one who inherited this painting, would you keep it and continue searching for the truth, or destroy it before the night is over? A man was using a Ouija board with his 2 daughters in a bedroom, unaware that whatever they were communicating with might not have been human at all. Without warning, the planchette began moving repeatedly toward the letters Z and O. Panicked, they quickly forced it back to goodbye, desperate to end the session before anything else could happen.
All right, now we're playing with the Ouija. Are you playing again or no?
She said no.
Okay. Alrighty. Come on, Mindy. All right. Are there any spirits here that want to contact us? Only good spirits, no bad spirits. Please. Let's see. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
According to people who have studied Ouija encounters, the repeated appearance of those 2 letters is often believed to be a sign of Zozo, an entity also referred to by names like Oz, Zaza, or Mama, and one that is widely described as a dangerously malevolent presence linked to the board. And if those stories are true, then stopping when they did may have been the only thing that kept whatever was happening from turning into something far worse. A nurse named Sarah, who worked at a nursing home, revealed that the facility had been the source of multiple strange and deeply unsettling incidents that no one could properly explain. One morning, as she began a new shift, the common room was still completely empty. Then, without warning, the piano in the corner began to play by itself, even though no one was sitting near it. The sound sent a chill straight through her.
Se escuchó algo. Vengan. Se está escuchando el piano. Y no hay nadie en el piano. No mames. No hay nadie y lo estoy escuchando. Es increíble. No. Puede ser. Y no hay nadie.
Later that same afternoon, while continuing her duties, she began hearing eerie sounds echoing through the hallway, almost like someone crying in anguish. Believing that a resident might need help, she immediately went to investigate. As she got closer to one of the rooms, she discovered a cart moving on its own, and the sound seemed to be coming from that same area.
Otra vez se están escuchando muchos ruidos. Oigan, ¿de dónde viene ese ruido? escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Pues se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oigan, hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no! Ahora sí, mire algo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad. Tengo que ir. No abre el pinche elevador. Les había dicho que se escucha mucho ruido. Voy a tener que ir por mi hija. ¡Abre! No abre. No está abriendo el elevador.
Completely overwhelmed with fear, she turned and ran straight toward the elevator, desperate to get out of the building. Sarah said the nursing home had seen many elderly residents pass away over the years, and she believes those unexplained events may be connected to spirits that never truly left the place behind.